Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of this spine-chilling podcast, Horror Talks with Tate. My name is Tate, and I'm your host for this podcast, and I'm happy to be back again to tell you all about another horror movie. In this podcast, we plunge into the depth of intricate plots, delve into rich character development, thematic elements, explore director's cuts, and so much more within the horror genre. So for this episode, we will be discovering the first installment of a sci-fi horror franchise, Alien. The movie follows the crews from a spaceship called the Nostromo. They were on a mission to return to Earth before being encountered by an alien organism called Xenomorph. They are extremely dangerous and are super fast, and you cannot escape from them easily. Let's head into spooky summaries and discuss the plot details for Alien. The story follows the crew of the commercial spaceship Nostromo as they encounter a deadly alien life form. The plot begins when the ship receives a distress signal from a nearby moon. The crew investigates and discovers a broken down alien ship where they find a strange creature that attached itself to one of the crew members. After they help the infected crew member, something busted out of his chest and rolls around the station. The creature is known as Xenomorph. Now, it's time to go to discrete directors and discover how was the film created and how did it get a lot popular. Alien was directed by Ridley Scott and was written by Dan O'Bannon. The film's visual tone is dark and claustrophobic, with extensive use of shadows, low-key lighting, and tight spaces. This creates a sense of dread and confinement, which heightens the horror elements. Scott is known for his deliberate pacing, allowing tension to build gradually. The first half of Alien is slow and methodical, focusing on the crew's mundane task, which makes the eventual horror more impactful. The actors and characters are Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, aka Ellen Ripley, Tom Skerritt as Dallas, Veronica Cartwright as Lambert, Harry Dean Stanton as Brett, John Hurt as Kane, and Ian Holm as Ash, and Jeffrey Koto as Parker. The film also features the iconic alien, aka Xenomorph, portrayed by Balaji Bajato in the costume, and the voice was created using various sound effects. Alien is known for its unique and atmospheric style, and the actor's performance contributes significantly to its tense, claustrophobic atmosphere. Here's an overview of the actor's style in Alien. Number 1. Sigourney Weaver. Weaver's performance as Ellen Ripley is realistic and grounded. She portrays Ripley as a strong, resourceful, and intelligent character, maintaining a level-headed appearance amidst the mount tension. Weaver's portrayal is understated but powerful, emphasizing Ripley's resilience and survival instinct. Number 2. Tom Skerritt as Dallas. Skerritt plays Captain Dallas with a calm and reliable presence. His performance is restrained, embodying the leader who tries to maintain control in a chaotic situation. Dallas is a composed and pragmatic character, and Skerritt's performance reflects these traits with subtlety. Number 3. Veronica Cartwright. Cartwright's portrayal of Lambert is highly emotional and reactive. Her performance adds to the film's tension as Lambert's fear and panic contrast with the more composed behavior of the other crew members. Cartwright effectively conveys the vulnerability and terror of a person thrust into an unimaginable situation. And number 4, Harry Dean Stanton. Stanton brings a laid back everyman quality to Brett, the ship's engineer. His performance is casual and natural, providing a sense of normalcy in the midst of the film's horror. Stanton's understated approach adds depth to his character, making Brett relatable and human. Overall, the active styles in Alien are characterized by a combination of naturism, subtlety, and intensity, which contributes to the film's enduring impact as a sci-fi horror classic. The narrative structure of Alien is a tightly crafted blend of science fiction and horror, often referred to as a haunted house in space. The structure is fairly direct, following a classic 3-act format, but it infused with escalation, tension, and atmosphere. Here's a breakdown. Introduction to the crew and setting. The story begins with the commercial spaceship Nostromo on its return journey to Earth. The crew awakens from status to respond to a distress signal from a nearby moon. This sets the stage and introduces the crew, emphasizing their blue-collar nature and the boring aspects of their space travel. Incident innocent. The crew lands on the moon and discovers a derelict alien ship. This is where they encounter the mysterious alien eggs, one of which releases a creature that attaches itself to a crew member's cane. This event sets the story in motion and introduces the central conflict, the presence of an unknown deadly entity. The scene settings of Alien is a dark, industrial, and claustrophobic environment that enchants the film's tension and horror. The primary setting is the commercial ship tugged Nostromo, a massive starship traveling through deep space. Toriel. The ship's Toriel is designed with the blend of futuristic technology and a gritty, worn-out aesthetic. The corridors are narrow, dimly lit, and filled with steam, wires, and metal grating, creating a sense of confinement. The living quarters, control rooms, and cargo holds are utilitarians, emphasizing the crew's blue-collar nature. Mother. The ship's AI, called Mother, controls the operation and adds to the cold, impersonal atmosphere. The interface room where the crew interacts with Mother is stark and eerie, with blinking lights and a mechanical voice that underscores the uncaring nature of the ship's system. The music and sound design for Alien play a crucial role in creating the film's tension, eerie atmosphere. Here's a breakdown for music. Composure. The score was composed by Jerry Goldston, one of Hollywood's most renowned composers. Style. The music is minimalist and tuneless, emphasizing tension and unease. Goldsmith used a mix of orchestral and electronic sounds to create a unique, otherworldly feel. Themes. The score doesn't rely heavily on memorable themes or melodies. Instead, it focuses on mood with subtle, unsettling music that enchants the feeling of dread and isolation. Now, for sound design. Starting with sound designer. The sound design was created by a team led by sound designer and editor Ben Burt, who is also famous for his work on Star Wars. Now for key elements. Alien sounds. The sound of the alien itself was created using a combination of animal noises, mechanical sounds, and vocal effects. This gave the creature an unsettling, organic, yet unnatural sound. Ship ambient. The Nostromo ambient sounds are crucial in creating a sense of space and isolation. The hum of machinery, a creaking of metal, and the echoes of footsteps all contributes to the feeling of being alone in a vast, uncaring environment. Heartbeat. A subtle but effective use of a heartbeat sound, especially in scenes where the alien is hunting the crew, adds to the tension and makes the viewer feel the character's fear. And finally, for silence. Silence is used strategically, making a sudden noise and music cues even more jarring and effective. Together, Jerry Goldsmith's score and the film's innovative sound design creates an immersive, terrifying atmosphere that has become iconic in the science fiction and horror genre. The concept for Alien began with screenwriter Dan O'Bannon, who had worked on Dark Star 1974, a low-budget sci-fi comedy directed by John Carpenter. O'Bannon wants to create a more serious and terrifying version of the haunted house in space idea, which eventually evolves into Alien. O'Bannon and Schuster's script, initially titled Starbeast, caught the attention of producers Walter Hill, David Giller, and Gordon Carroll of Brandywine Production. They made significant revisions to the script, including changing the title to Alien, which better captures the film's essence. Alien was shot permanently at Shepperton Studios in England. The film's production was challenging, with complex sets and special effects that requires innovative solutions. The atmosphere on set was intense, with Scott pushing the cast and crew to create a claustrophobic and terrifying experience. When Alien was released in the 6th of December 1979, it received critical acclaims and became a box office success. The film's blend of science fiction, horror, and strong visual style sets it apart from other movies of the time. It has since become a classic, influencing countless other films and spawning a successful franchise, including sequels, prequels, and spin-offs. The budget was $11 million, and the box office is $184.7 million worldwide. And the ratings of the movie are the IMDb score of 8.5 out of 10 and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 93%. Let's talk about the awards. Academy Awards. 1 for Best Visual Effects, nominated for Best Art Direction Set Decoration. British Academy Film Awards. 1 for Best Production Design, aka Art Direction, and Best Sound. Nominated for Best Costume Design, Best Editing, and Best Supporting Actress, Veronica Cartwright. Saturn Award. 1 for Best Science Fiction Film, Best Director, Ridley Scott, Best Supporting Actress, Veronica Cartwright, Best Writing, Dan O'Bannon, and Best Special Effects. And nominated for Best Actress, Sigourney Weaver. Hugo Awards, only 1 for Best Dramatic Presentation. The film has been included in numerous best of lists over the years and is often considered as one of the greatest science fiction and horror films ever made. It was also selected for preservation in the United States Natural Film Registry by the Library of Congress in 2002, recognizing its cultural, historical, and aesthetic significance. These awards reflect the impact and legends of Alien in both the science fiction and horror genre. Alien is often hailed as one of the greatest and most influential science fiction horror films ever made, and its creation is a testament to the power of collaboration and the vision of its creators. In the movie Alien, the combination of practical effects, props, and early CGI techniques were used to create the terrifying world of the Xenomorph. Here's a breakdown for props. Number 1. Nostromo spaceship interior. The interior of the spaceship Nostromo was a massive, detailed set built to immerse the actors and the audience. It included everything from control panels to living quarters, all designed to look worn and industrial. Number 2. Alien egg and facehugger. The alien egg, designed by H.R. Giger, was a practical prop with a biomedical aesthetic. The facehugger that emerged was a detailed prop, often manipulated with puppetry and animatronic. Number 3. Chestburster puppet. The infamous chestburster scene used a detailed puppet combined with practical effects like fake blood and prosthetics on the actor John Hurt. Number 4. Spacesuits. The spacesuits worn by the crew were custom made, designed to look both functional and original. For weapons, number 1. Flamethrower. The permanently weapon used by the crew to defend themselves against the Xenomorph. It was a practical prop designed to resemble the futuristic flamethrower, capable of creating real flames on set. Number 2. Motion tracker. The handheld device used by the crew to detect movement, particularly the alien. The prop was designed with a realistic look, adding tension to the scenes where it's used. Now for CGI. In 1979, CGI was in its infancy, so most of the effects in Alien were achieved with practical systems. However, some scenes used very early digital techniques permanently for compositing effects, such as layered image to create an illusion of space. Practical effects and techniques. Number 1. Xenomorph costume. The alien itself was permanently a man in a suit, with the creature's design being another of Giger's creation. Balaji Bajato, a 7-foot-tall actor, was cast to wear the suit to give the alien its iconic extend appearance. Number 2. Miniature. Many of the exterior shots of the Nostromo and the alien planet were achieved using miniature, which were then filmed to appear life-size. Number 3. Optical effects. Some scenes, such as the alien ship and the descent to the planet, use optical effects, which were an early form of compositing different layers of film together to create a single image. The combination of these elements helped create the terrifying and immersive atmosphere that made Alien a groundbreaking film in the science fiction and horror genre. In Alien, the foreshadowing plays a crucial role in building suspense and hinting at the horrors to come. Here are some key examples of foreshadowing in Alien. Number 1. Mysterious signal. The crew of the spaceship Nostromo received a mysterious signal from a nearby moon, which they initially interpret as a distress call. This signal foreshadows the danger that awaits them on the moon and sets the tone of the ominous events that follow. Number 2. The facehugger and the eggs. When Kane, one of the crew members, investigates the alien ship, he discovers a chamber filled with eggs. As he examines one of the eggs, it opens, and a creature, the facehugger, attaches itself to its face. This sequence foreshadows the eventual birth of the Xenomorph and the deadly threat it posed to the crew. These elements of foreshadowing create a sense of inevitability and dread as the audience sense the impending danger long before the crew realize the true nature of the threat they face. Now, let's get to the last segment, Insane Insiders, and discover the Easter eggs, fun facts, and the audience review of the movie. The 1979 sci-fi horror classic Alien is filled with various Easter eggs and hidden details that fans have enjoyed discovering over the years. Here are some notable ones. Number 1. Mother's Countdown. The ship's computer, known as Mother, gives a 10-minute countdown before the Nostromo self-structures. Interestingly, the countdown isn't entirely accurate. It's slightly off from real time, adding to the tension as Ripley tries to escape. Number 2. The Space Jockey. The derelict spaceship on the LV-426 houses a mysterious alien creature known as the Space Jockey. This creature's design was influenced by H.R. Giger's surreal biomedical art. The Space Jockey scene is pivotal, connecting to the wider alien mythology, exploring the Prometheus and alien continent. Number 3. Nostromo's crew. The crew members' names on the Nostromo have hidden meanings or references. For example, Ripley refers to the famous Ripley's Believe It or Not franchise. Ash, a reference to fire, which is ironic given his true nature as an android. And Dallas, named after a Texas city in keeping with the theme of using American cities' name for ship captains in the series. Number 4. Unscripted moments. The chestburster scene was a shock to the actors as well. While they knew what was going to happen, they didn't fully understand the extent of the gore. Their genuine reaction added to the intensity of the scene, making it one of the most memorable moments in cinematic history. These Easter eggs and hidden details adds depth of the Alien universe, making it a rich film to revisit and analyze. Here are some fun facts about Alien. Number 1. Xenomorph design. The terrifying Xenomorph was designed by H.R. Giger, a Swiss surrealist artist known for his eerie, biomedical art style. Giger's unique aesthetic, blending organic and medical elements, made the Xenomorph one of the most iconic creatures in sci-fi horror. Number 2. Chestburster scene. The chestburster scene in the original Alien was so shocking that most of the cast had no idea what to expect. The director, Ridley Scott, kept details secret to capture their genius reaction. When the creature busts from John Hurt's chest, the actor's horrors were real. Number 3. Sigourney Weaver's role. Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, is innately written as a male character. Weaver's powerful performance not only redefined gender roles in sci-fi, but also made Ripley one of the most iconic heroines in cinema. Number 4. Low-budget innovation. The original Alien had a relatively modest budget, which led to some creative solutions. For instance, the famous facehugger was made using claimed oyster and sheep kidneys, giving it a disturbingly organic look. Alien is considered a classic in the sci-fi horror genre. Audience review of the film often highlight its suspenseful atmosphere, innovative design, and strong performance. Here's a summary of common themes in audience reviews, starting with positive reviews. Number 1. Suspense and tension. Many viewers praise the film for its intense and gripping atmosphere. The slow build up and the sense of the claustrophobic aboard the Nostromo spaceship are often cited as key factors in creating a terrifying experience. Number 4. Iconic alien design. The creature, designed by H.R. Giger, is frequently mentioned as one of the most terrifying and unique in cinematic history. The alien, also known as Xenomorph, is both horrifying and fascinating to audience. Number 3. Sigourney Weaver's performance. Sigourney Weaver's portrayal of Ripley is a highlight for many. Her character is seen as a strong, relatable protagonist who defines the typical horror movie tropes of the time. And number 4, blend of science fiction and horror. Audience appreciate how the film blends science fiction with horror, creating a new kind of movie experience that hasn't been seen before. Now, I'm going to talk about negative reviews. Number 1, pacing. Some viewers feel that the film's pacing is too slow, particularly in the first half. The build-up to the action can be perceived as overly drawn out. Number 2, dated special effects. A few audience members note that while groundbreaking at the time, some of the special effects now appear dated, especially compared to modern standards. And number 3, lack of character development. Some viewers criticize the film for not developing the supporting characters enough, making it hard to care about their fates. Alien is generally beloved by fans of both horror and science fiction. Its impact on the genres and its influence on future films is widely recognized, and remains a cornerstone of cinematic history. Despite some minor criticism, the film continues to be highly regarded and has a strong legend among both critics and audience alike. Before we wrap up today's episode, I'm going to tell you all about my thoughts and feelings about the movie. I absolutely love this movie. The intricate story weaves together a complex narrative and keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. The rich character development adds depth and relatability, making you care deeply about the fates of the characters, while the terrifyingly brilliant creature design elevates the films to another level. Every detail, from the eerie atmospheric tension to the unsettling score, contributes to the overall dread. The Xenomorph in particular stands out as a cinematic masterpiece, an embodiment of pure terror with its sleek, deadly form and unyieldly predatory nature. It represents the ultimate nightmare, a relentless force that haunts both the characters and the audience alike, leaving a lasting impression long after the credits roll. This film isn't just a sci-fi horror experience, it's a journey into the darkness corners of fear and survival. Well, everybody, this concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I will be back next time to talk about the second installment of the franchise called Aliens. Don't forget to follow, rate, and review this podcast to grow more horror fans. Follow me on Instagram to stay tuned for upcoming episodes and exciting news. Oh, and also on Facebook. YouTube channel and TikTok account is in the bio on Instagram and Facebook, so go check them out. Would you like to go to space? You're gonna have to think about that. Thank you so much for tuning in, horror fans. And always remember, stay spooky.